What's up everyone and welcome back to the AG Chelsea TV. Today let's get started with Fabregas left Chelsea because of Jorginho's arrival. Cesc Fabregas says that his decision to leave Chelsea was influenced by the arrival of Jorginho in 2018. Cesc Fabregas initially left Arsenal for Barcelona, a move that most fans understood, given his Spanish roots and the appeal of playing for one of the world's top clubs. However, it was his subsequent move to Chelsea, Arsenal's direct London rivals, that left many supporters feeling betrayed. In an interview with the BBC while still with Monaco, Fabregas said, "One of the biggest reasons I left Chelsea is because of him, Jorginho. He's a very smart player, intelligent, a very good passer of the ball." Fabregas left Chelsea just 6 months after Jorginho was signed for €57 million from Napoli. "He makes the team tick," Fabregas continued. "At Chelsea, he has N'Golo Kante protecting him all the time. And I know that's a big thing. I don't know here how he will cope with a big game at the Euros. He's a really good player and tactically, he knows what to do because of the coach's methodology. It helps him a lot." Mauricio Pochettino jokes about Chelsea's £222 million stars. Mauricio Pochettino joked he would be killed if he did not field Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo against Arsenal, despite the pair not being totally fresh, including by Chelsea's owners. Midfield duo Fernandez and Caicedo were late returners from international duty, having been in action for Argentina and Ecuador in the early hours of Wednesday morning. In an ideal world, Pochettino might have preferred to ease the £222 million midfield pair back in, but admitted that was not an option for Saturday's London derby. He laughed. "Today Caicedo and Enzo arrived after 2 games in America and they were not fresh, but they are important players for us, so now we are going to have a week to work, until Brentford, and for sure they are going to be better and improve. It's crazy for players to come back from America on Wednesday and play on Saturday. But if I say, okay, I'm going to give them a rest, you will kill me, for sure if they don't play. And the owner also, it's really tough to arrive like that. I hope now they can recover and train, and in 1 week be at their best." Poch praised Robert Sanchez despite his mistake. Chelsea manager Mauricio Pochettino is still pleased with goalkeeper Robert Sanchez despite his costly mistake in his side's 2-2 draw with Arsenal. Chelsea managed to go 2-0 up in the London derby at Stamford Bridge. But Robert Sanchez allowed Mikel Arteta's men to get back into the game after he passed the ball straight to Declan Rice before the midfielder curled the ball into the Spaniard's net. However, that did not stop Mauricio Pochettino from praising his shot stopper when speaking to the Evening Standard and the rest of the English media after the match. Not everyone gave Sanchez the same treatment, though, with Chelsea legend Pat Nevin criticising the 25-year-old for his error. Sanchez's poor display against Arsenal did not prevent Pochettino from saying some nice things about his player. "We are so happy with him," the Argentine was quoted as saying by the Evening Standard. Of course he is disappointed and upset with his decision, but mistakes happen in football. Real Madrid ready to pay €10 million for Kepa. Real Madrid are ready to pay €10 million to acquire the services of Chelsea's Kepa Arrizabalaga on a permanent basis, according to a report by Defensa Central. Real Madrid are keen on having Kepa Arrizabalaga in their ranks beyond the 2023-24 season. The 29-year-old shot stopper is currently on loan at Real Madrid from Chelsea, and the Spanish giants are looking to sign him on a permanent basis. During the summer, there were no talks of Real Madrid pushing for a new goalkeeper. The situation between the posts was quite sorted with Thibaut Courtois in goal. The Belgian international is among the best goalkeepers in world football, and he has been doing wonders for the team in white since joining them. But he picked up a long-term injury, and Los Blancos were forced to enter the market for a new shot stopper. Real Madrid was subsequently linked with numerous goalkeepers, but, in the end, they decided to acquire the services of Kepa Arrizabalaga. Conor Gallagher's unbelievable display against Arsenal. If you ask Chelsea fans about Conor Gallagher, they will talk to you enthusiastically about some areas of his game in particular. Energy, tackling, enthusiasm, pressing, that sort of thing. But he brings a lot more to the team. As we've seen this season when he's been used further forward, plenty of fans turn their nose up at his technical abilities compared to some players, but yesterday's stats show quite the opposite. According to Who Scored, he managed 4 key passes against Arsenal, the same as the rest of the team combined, but he wasn't just pinging hopeful long passes around. He also managed a pass completion of 86.1%, better than Enzo and Moises Caicedo. Mauricio Pochettino seems really happy with his midfield trio now, and it's clear that Gallagher is bringing a brilliant all-round game to the trio. balancing the creative and attacking ability of Enzo with the energy of Caicedo. Back in the summer, Gallagher was linked with a move away from Stamford Bridge amid interest from clubs including Tottenham and West Ham. But the 23-year-old says he loves battling for his place and is determined to help Chelsea improve. "Yeah, I love it," said Gallagher when asked if battling brings out the best in him. "I think most times in my career I've had a point to prove and I love the challenge and I always want new challenges and targets to set myself. So I just want to carry on what I'm doing now and help Chelsea climb up the table. The manager picks his team and we have good relationship. He understands my game. He understands what I bring to the team and right now I think it's really working. So hopefully we can only get better. It is really important to have that fighting spirit as well and I think I try to bring that to the team. I always work as hard as I can and I try and rub that off on the other players as well." The Chelsea's next Eden Hazard. As you likely know, Eden Hazard recently retired from football at the mere age of 32 years old. A famed Chelsea player who once had the Premier League at his feet, with 86 goals in 245 games. It looked as if the Belgian would do the same to world football when he moved to Real Madrid in 2019. He had the skill and ability it seemed, and the hype around his marquee £88.5 million move to the Santiago Bernabeu even saw him the face of that year's EA Sports FIFA video game. However, with injuries and inconsistency plaguing Hazard amidst Spanish media frenzy, the winger just couldn't replicate his time at Chelsea. Thiago Moreira is a 19-year-old Belgian-born winger who represents Portugal's U21s. Currently, he's on loan at Olympique Lyonnais after leaving Benfica for Chelsea when his contract in the Portuguese capital expired. Admittedly, the hype in Portugal is only quietly starting to arrive in West London. Interestingly, Moreira comes from a football-rich family. Thiago is the son of former Guinea-Bissau midfielder Almami Moreira. Belgian connection aside, Moreira looks to be cut from the same cloth as Hazard. A left-footed winger, who possesses dexterity either side of the attacking line, Moreira is a direct and explosive player. What has connected both Hazard and Moreira is this likelihood to play football as a pure outpouring of entertainment, their playing styles as alive and breathing as they are. Although intriguingly also compared to the fellow Portuguese naturalized Nani, with the youngster said to have Hazard as a particular idol, it makes you think if he could ever switch allegiances to the country of his birth. Currently, Thiago Moreira's £2.6 million, €3 million, transfer value, as per Transfermarkt, looks set to rise ever more, especially as he gains more playing experience. Football talent scout Jacek Kulik's report back when the player was 17 underlines the key attributes that have shone to the fore in his young career so far. Again, alongside Hazard's joy for playing, Nani's flair and pace, Kulik throws in another big comparison for Moreira with Leroy Sane. In a glowing review, Kulik noted that the then Benfica man's pace, acceleration, technique, ball control, dribbling, and agility fit within the very strong bracket. Strong attributes included crossing, his first touch, ambidexterity, and defensive contribution. The winger's style of play section is a litany of praise with only one real flaw. Sometimes the love of dribbling is too much. It'll no doubt be interesting just to see how far this exciting player can go with this clear injection of game-altering energy akin to your Sanes, Hazards, and Nanis. And that's the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.